Okay, this video is going to show you how to crop the pictures that you want to use for your letters. There's two ways that you can open up your pictures on Photoshop. The first way is to go to Photoshop Elements, which is on your dock. It's noted by a blue square, PSE, for Photoshop Elements. Click on it, it starts bouncing, and it may take a while for it to open up. That's common. It may take up to a minute. After you have it open, you're going to notice that the menu bar along the top is going to have some words. You're going to go to File, you're going to go to Open, and this is when you have to find your pictures. So if you notice here, it says here Documents. You want to click this drop-down menu by hitting these double triangles here. You're going to notice that nothing's really going to look very familiar except this bottom one here. It's SMS MRC MAC 29. This is your computer. Click on that. Now you're going to see all of your drives. And the first one should be your P drive. It should be your last name, first initial, $sign. Click on that, and you should know where you are at this point. I'm going to open up all the pictures. Now if I want to open up all of these, I can hit Command, and I hold down both the Command button and the A button at the same time, and I can open all of them. If I want to open up just a couple of these at one time, if I hold down the Command button, it'll allow me to select and deselect how I feel, whatever I want to open or not open. So then I'm going to click on Open. This is called your blotter, and you can see that they're all flashing on your blotter. And they also appear on your photo bin as a stack. If you have more images than, let's say, 10, it may actually create a new column for you, or a new row rather, and then in which case you're going to have to scroll up and down to find them. Each one that you click on, now I'm double clicking, they show up on your blotter. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to select one of your pictures, and you need to crop this. There are going to be certain dimensions that you need to crop this picture at. So you're going to go over to the toolbar, and you're going to click on the crop tool. Now there is a shortcut. If you just hit the key, the letter C, which I will do right now, you'll see that it'll select it. Or you can just bring your cursor over and click on it. Now you can see that an aspect ratio shows up, width, height. It's prompting you to give them certain dimensions. If you leave that alone, you can set up, there's not going to be any restrictions to the dimensions of this picture. We all want these to be the same. We want the width to be 4 inches, so we're just going to put the number 4, and the height is 6. So if you just hit 4 for the width, 6 for the height. Now the resolution is pixels per inch. The higher the resolution, the more clear the picture is. We're going to go with a number 200. That's a good resolution. And then you hit return, and it's all set. Now that's not to say that this picture changed at all. It's the window that will allow you to make the crop. Now I'm dragging my cursor from the top left to the bottom right, and now you can see that a window appeared. The grayed area is what's going to get cropped away, and what's inside the window is going to remain. Now there's a couple of things you can do to this. You can come right up to any of these boxes here, and you can make it bigger or smaller. And you can see that you're not, as you change the width, the height changes too. It's got to stay in that proportion. It's got to stay 4 by 6. Get it nice and tight. Another thing you can do is, instead of going right on top with your cursor on top of the square, any of them, if you move towards the outside of that window a little bit, a new little icon pops up. This double arrow will allow you to rotate it. So if you have to do any sort of rotation, because the picture isn't straight, you can do that. Okay, so you're going to set up the height and the width. There's another thing you can do, is if you want to make a slight adjustment, anytime you make a mistake or you want to redo it, you just click undo. It'll undo the last thing you did. Okay. Make it a little bigger, a little smaller. Okay, let's say I want to slightly adjust it so it's in the center. There are arrows right in between your numbers all the way to the right on your keyboard and your letters. There are 4 buttons, and they look like arrows going up, going down, to the left and the right. So if you hit the up button, it'll move the window slightly up. If you hit the button down, it'll move the window slightly down. This is called nudging. So if you want to nudge your picture, this looks good, you say OK. So you're going to keep doing this. Now if you know that a photo needs to be rotated or it needs to be flipped, I'm going to go up to this one. I know that this is going to be my letter R. Now it might not look like my letter R, but it's going to be flipped. If I do a mirror image, it'll look like an R. If I know I need to rotate my picture 90 degrees or if I need to flip it, there's a way to do this. Go up to the menu bar, go to Image, Rotate. You can see here 90 degrees to the left. That would be counterclockwise. To the right, clockwise. 180 would be flipping upside down. Flip horizontally will be flipping horizontally. Like if you turn your hand around and the other way. Vertically is up and down. So I'm going to flip it horizontally. And then I can do my crop. Okay. The next video is going to show you how to save it.